Hi Virgo, here's a general look at your solar chart for November 2008. Well, it looks like a busy time for you up until the third week, Virgo. Lots going on. Your mind will be running off in all sorts of different directions. You'll have a lot of questions, but also you'll be seeking answers. You'll probably be having more discussions, maybe a few debates as well, with people, possibly paper chasing, on the phone more, emailing, that kind of thing. It's all about the light being thrown on the area of your solar chart to do with communications. So mental processes will be stimulated, as well as, communications, physical communications. So you could be on the move more, toing and froing more, taking short trips. All of this is going to be stimulated by the Sun, Mercury and Mars until the end of the third week of November, Virgo, when things will probably slow down and you'll feel like curling up in front of the fire with a close friend or a good book. So until then, you're going to be busier, renewing connections, possibly making new ones, exchanging information, making plans, sorting out schedules, that kind of thing. And a good dose of socializing coming in here. Also, the beautiful underpinning influence of Venus in your life is bringing this sort of warmth, this underfloor heating up through the very roots of your life, and this could mean that family relationships are very warm, and this is a good time for perhaps old quarrels to be laid to rest. So yes, it's important for you to have your ears and eyes open for the first 3 weeks of the month, Virgo. You could be gathering information, you could be learning something, you could be learning, adding a new skill to your bow, and you're in the process of learning about this. But also it's very important to be a good listener at this time. Listen to the feedback, be alert to what's new on the block. Research something. All of that gets thrown into the mix for the first 3 weeks of November. So parts of it could be emphasized in your life, Virgo. That's the general flavor of it anyway. You could be crossing swords with somebody momentarily when someone pushes your buttons. But this is, I think, just fleetingly, because in general I think you're going to feel more acknowledged or appreciated by others, particularly people who are important to you in your life on either a business sort of level or on a personal level, and you'll feel that approval coming towards you, which you've yearned for. From mid-month, there's definitely a chance for you to party more, schmooze if you like, or just get together with others in a fun kind of a way. So for some of you, romance is very much on the menu, as are more positive relationships all round, particularly with youngsters or animals, and generally people or pursuits or places you can relate to on an unself-conscious sort of heart kind of a level. The whole of your sign, Virgo, but particularly those natives born between the 9th and the 13th of September, will need to pull in their belts more at the moment. There's this feeling of a little bit of pressure coming in from Saturn, which says, now you have to get your act together. Apply some discipline to routines, be patient, don't expect Rome to be built in a day, be persevering. Saturn is going over your Sun in Virgo during the month of November for those natives born between the 9th and the 13th of the month, which is why consistency and a step-by-step approach and a almost sort of formal, detached attitude will be the most useful policy for you to adopt. Alright, well, When Mars shifts on the 16th of the month, activities are likely to center more around the home base, or what you call home in your life. So that's family, of course. Perhaps people from your past will become more prominent in some way. You'll have a more of awareness of your history. And also, of course, whatever is the hub of your life at the moment. So it could be something you're working on. It could be people, in your neighborhood, really literally where you live, or another kind of community, maybe online, or spiritually, kindred spirits, or an organization you belong to. All of that is more likely to be highlighted from when Mars shifts on the 16th of November for a few weeks to come. From there, also, you could be feeling more sensitive at this time. It's easier for others to get under your skin and bug you. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're doing anything wrong. It is just as though one of your layers is has been removed, and so and also emotions from the past, old attitudes or patterns are likely to come nearer the surface. So just be aware of that when that knee-jerk response comes in. Virgos with birthdays in the last couple of days of the sign could feel the intensity of Pluto bringing deeper issues up to the surface related to family relationships or your current domestic setup. The outcome of this could mean a real clean out, a real shaking out of the rugs. That could range, anything from rethinking routines to relocating. The outcome could mean that you get this things straightened out because you get this deeper insight, and then you get this breakthrough. So you understand better what underlying causes are influencing the situation. So hidden things become more evident, and that's in physically, externally where you live, but also in something which is more emotionally connected to your past. So you'll be getting a clear idea of what to do about those things, and there will indeed have to be some kind of letting go here. That's internally or externally, or indeed both, and one way or another you'll be putting your house in order. And that's for Virgos with birthdays at the end of the sign. Over the whole of your sign, in the second half of November, the energies are more introverted and concerned with security and safety for yourself or for loved ones. So you may be reorganizing things at home. You could be redecorating, or you could be relocating, or considering a move, or just making more space. Maybe there's different routines having to be put in place on a daily sort of basis. Whatever the context, you're likely to be spending more time in a reflective kind of a mood, bonding with the people who matter to you most. Well, that's it for November, Virgo. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too.